Goals, goals, goals. You want them, we've got them. Welcome to another episode of the J1 League Goal Zone, bringing all the goals from Japan, freshly minted and wrapped in a bow just for you. Another win for Kawasaki as they played their last game of round 12 against Nagoya at the Todoroki Stadium. This was just a few days after having demolished Nagoya at home. This latest victory gives them a 9-point gap at the top of the table. Grampus managed to pull 2 goals back, but it wasn't enough to stop the Frontale Express as they chugged along for their 13th win of the campaign. 3 wins in a row for the leaders and they were back on the road. Gamba next in the line of fire. Nagoya hosted the other Osakan club, while the Marinos, who've been on a hot streak of late, were up against Kobe. After a bright start to their campaign, Sanfrecce were now winless in 5 and had slipped down into mid-table. A visit to Sagan would only compound their troubles further though, with the hosts on a run of 3 straight wins. First chance for Sagan Tosu came in the 9th minute. Good ball from Keita Yamashita, but Daichi Hayashi was pushed too wide to get his shot on target. Just 4 minutes later at the other end of the field, Shun Ayukawa picked up a loose ball, but he couldn't get enough power behind his shot to beat the goalkeeper. Seemingly all of the first half action came in the first 15 minutes. Tsukasa Morishima taking this free kick unexpectedly directly towards goal, but hitting the upright. And the foot of the post starred again, this time saving Sanfrecce as Hayashi turned swiftly, but not quite accurately enough with his left foot shot. Into the second half and Yuta Higuchi picks up the ball in quite a bit of space outside the box but can't get his shot on target. 20 minutes later he did set his sights well, but this time the goalkeeper tipped it over the bar. The last effort of the game came from Sanfrecce in the 75th minute. Strong run from Yuya Asano, but his left-footed shot palmed away by the goalkeeper. This one finished 0-0. The home team came into this one having suffered back-to-back defeats to the leaders Kawasaki, which meant they'd lost a lot of ground at the top. They needed to get back into the swing of things in a hurry to keep the pressure on Frontale, but Cerezo would not be easy pickings. On the quarter-hour mark, Motohiko Nakajima swung with his left foot. It bounced just before the keeper, but Langerak managed to push that one away. 16 minutes later, another left-footed shot, this time at the other end of the field. Mateus' shot curling and dipping, Kim Jin-hyung pushing this one away. Mateus was involved again just before the hour mark. His free kick found Yuichi Maruyama, who, having beaten the offside trap, couldn't get his header on target. The only goal of the game came in the 66th minute. A very fortuitous defensive backheel, finding Yutaka Yoshida, who finished smartly. 1-0 to the home team. After 8 games, Gamba had managed only 1 win and scored 2 goals. Tipping the scales sharply at the other end were their opponents Kawasaki, who'd been nothing short of relentless with 12 wins and 39 goals scored. It seemed like an impossible task for the hosts to come out unscathed. Mark Richmond has your commentary.
Wakizaka with another corner for Kawasaki Frontale. Over boss proceedings over the last couple of minutes and almost got the opening goal with Zhao Schmidt. Almost his first for the club. Wakizaka with a splendid ball played through to Hasegawa. Still Hasegawa. Leandro Damião, that's the opening goal. 8 seconds ago they were defending it. 8 seconds ago they were deep inside their own half at the mercy of a Gamba Osaka attack, and this time Gamba committed players forward, and that was probably the worst thing that could happen to them, because in a flash up they came. How about that pass from Wakizaka in between the centre-back and left full-back, finding Hasegawa, who held it up long enough for Leandro Damião to score his 10th of the season. Brilliant play all round, counter-attacking football at its very best. Sucker punched into goal thanks to Leandro Damião, their goal-scoring Brazilian, who's hit double figures Hatate. Cross, which is easily met by Kurokawa. Here's Leandro Damião. It's an opportunity down for Wakizaka. Crashes it off the upright. No free kick yet again, says the referee. Yamamoto did superbly well. Still Yamamoto. Couldn't dink it up long enough. Ideguchi, that might be a penalty. Oh, it's a lovely save in the end by Jung Sung-ryong, the goalkeeper. Rescued Kawasaki frontale. Brisato playing it behind the fullback because Mitoma is speedy. Mitoma, still Mitoma! Drop the mic now, and the game's probably gone. The substitute has come on and made all the difference again. And you know you're gonna get speed, and you know you're gonna get goal scoring now, and ability whenever you have this boy on the pitch. He stole a yard against Sato, and that was all that was needed. Strode inside the box. Still needed finishing, and how unnerving was that from Kaoru Mitoma. And that might be the last piece of action. It is, as the referee signals an end to another Gamba Kawasaki encounter, which was filled with Mitoma magic. The final score then from the Panasonic Stadium Stuita, Gamba 0, Kawasaki 2.
Unbeaten since their opening day loss, the Marinos were on a steady path towards the top 3 and now on a 3-game winning streak. Their visitors Kobe were also on a streak, unbeaten in 8 and had Andres Iniesta back on the bench. Here's Mark again.
Sergi Sampa, clever ball that's played in just behind. Furuhashi, oh lovely save by Takaoka. Nakasaka couldn't follow up with the finish. But that was blinding from Yohei Takaoka. Ado Onaiwu, reason why he scored 7 in his last 5 matches, just linking up play and making sure that he's in the right space at the right time. A chance for Elbert to punish now. Great save by Maekawa. Tiraton keeps it alive. That's a very interesting cross. It's come off Vermaelen and gone into the back of his own net. And Yokohama Marinos have taken the lead in this one. Well, Maekawa, who did superbly well to stop Maeda just 5 minutes earlier in that one-on-one break, could have done much better with that. And Vermaelen, who hasn't scored yet in Japanese football, scores his 3rd own goal in Vissel Kobe colours. And it all came about because an ex-player, Tiraton, did well enough to keep that one alive. Maekawa perhaps a little slow in getting to that, although you'd have to say that's with Maeda going after that one. It was enough of a distraction to ensure that the goalkeeper kept his eyes on the ball for a while, and before he went on to that, it was too late already. Onaiwu. That would have been the perfect pass behind the defense for an on-rushing Daisen Maeda, but instead it frees up Amano, who looks for the angle for the shots. On target, but straight at goalkeeper Maekawa. How about that ball then from Iniesta? Furuhashi! Net ripple, but it was the side netting. And with the sort of form that he's been in of late, you thought. And a chance, keeper's off his line. He's not brave enough to take that shot on. Leo Ciara frees it up for Elbert. That will be game over, surely. Jun Amano scores his 1st goal in the J-League this year. His first in 25 since the 26th of July last year. And this was as easy as it got. It all came about because of an error from Maekawa in terms of his clearance. He tried to just turn it into space for Sakai, but it was so well watched by Mitsunuma, set up by Ciara for the efforts of which Maekawa might have done better in terms of keeping to the ball, or maybe even palming it away from danger. But really the only angle he could palm it to was right back at Elbert. So he palmed it centrally, and Amano was located centrally to poke it into an open goal. Yet again, the hallmark of the Yokohama game, the high press put about by Postecoglou's men, the main reason for the 2nd goal, which just about kills off this tie. Ball is swung in, it's headed away by Thiago, and that will be the last piece of action. But the points and the spoils go to Yokohama Marinos, who win this one by 2-0.
Bottom of the table match up here, 2 sides flirting with relegation. The home team, Shimizu, with a slight edge, based purely on the back of Yokohama's dreadful form, the only side still winless at this stage. 3 minutes in, and Yuito Suzuki's through ball finds Katsuhiro Nakayama, but he couldn't quite get the outside of his right boot to put enough curl on the ball. More pressure from Shimizu, this time from the dead ball. Kenta Nishizawa's free kick straight into the wall. Thiago Santana's follow-up a couple of feet wide. Eventually, their pressure paid off. Here in the 58th minute, a couple of chances for Ryo Okui, both denied by the goalkeeper, but Santana is in the right place at the right time to open the scoring. But it only took Yokohama 5 minutes to find an equaliser. Kohei Tezuka from the free kick, surprising the goalkeeper, who let it slip in at the near post. 1-1 it finished. Yokohama then managing to avoid another loss, although things still look a little bit bleak. Time to take a break. More in store for you when we come back. It's the best in Japan, the best in Asia. This is the J1 League Goal Zone, keeping you entertained as the goals come smashing in. 3 wins on the trot for new boys Avispa, who are flying high now, steadily climbing up the table. Their opponents had seen their winning streak halted at the hands of Vegalta last time out, so they'd be hoping for some payback in Fukuoka. As early as the first minute and Hayato Nakama pounces on a loose ball outside the box, it required a double save from Masaki Murakami. It was Hiroto Goya who required that second save from Murakami, and he was in action again just 7 minutes later, but once again couldn't quite get hold of his effort. Just before half-time and Avispa with a chance, Takeshi Kanomori getting his head to a near-post corner. There was still time for Goya to have yet another opportunity, and once again, with the goal gaping, he couldn't produce the finish. Finally, the breakthrough came early in the second half. A deep corner finds Takaki Shishi, who heads home for the lead. Looking to consolidate 13 minutes later, Emil Salamonson, saved by the goalkeeper. And with a minute left in the match, Juanma Delgado looking to make it 2-0. Some fancy footwork, but again, couldn't quite apply the finish. Shonan had managed to avoid defeat in 7 games, but a string of draws meant they still hovered above the drop zone. An equally woeful opponent was in town, Oita, managing just 1 win in 9 games and severely lacking in firepower. Here's Patrick Kinghorn.
Only 4 games for the last match that involved more than a couple of goals involving Oita when they lost 3-2 at the Urara Reds. You have to go back to the middle of March to see a game involving more than a couple of goals involving Shonan, but here's an early start! And what a finish that is from Shintaro Nago for his 2nd of the season. That is a world-class finish. It opened up for him and managed to get in off the post beyond the despairing dive of William Pop. Shintaro Nago take a bow, managed to hang back as caught ball watching to a certain extent with Shimoda, and off the left foot and off the post, Balmare have their breakthrough. Cheers Takahashi. Gets it back to Tanaka. Just can't clear it effectively at the moment, Shonan, and here he comes again. Same man, Shintaro Nago, very nearly same outcome. Good save, William Pop. Shintaro Nago appears to have a taste for goal. He did really well to beat the man, get the shot away. Cody over the top for Matsumoto. He might get there first and does. Matsumoto, it's gone over one, but not the other. What a save! Somehow kept out brilliantly, and then off the post, where they sparked to life in some fashion, and Kosai Tani has come up with what's probably going to be the save of the weekend in J1. Matsumoto with a teasing cross. But Kosai Tani calmly takes the touch and then gets the ball away. Flag's going to stay down here as well, and the keeper's been caught out. Can he finish it? Just whistles wide, and the flag stayed down. Well, at one end, Kosai Tani went walkabout and got away with it. At the other, seconds later, William Pop did the same and nearly was made to look very foolish indeed. Now, Akeda! There's the ball game! Wellington's second of the season. He's hardly done anything since coming off the bench, but he secured the 3 points. It's 3 points that Shonan Balmare deserve. His second goal since his return for a second spell at the Lemon Gas. And it's a popular strike, you better believe that. Fabulous cross from Ikeda. And Wellington, well, from that angle, it wasn't conclusive, he was onside, but there's no VAR check by the looks of things. And a really good headed finish. No chance for William Pop, who's been in for the second time this afternoon. And maybe I was wrong, 1-0 wins aren't the vogue for Shonan Balmare. After all, look what it means to Bin Ukishima. Shimoda very nearly did squeak through as well. Wasn't struck with much venom, but it missed everyone out, and credit to Tani, who's had a great game. Not been busy, obviously, but everything he's had to do, he's done impressively, including his distribution. Koya, but not many. There's no realistic prospect of Oita Trinita getting back into this game, and Koya does indeed blow just 10 seconds after the 4 minutes to be added on had elapsed. Gave the scoreline a gloss with the final score here this afternoon. Shonan Balmare 2, Oita Trinita 0.
Sitting in 12th with 1 win in their last 5, probably not the desired outcome from last year's J2 champions Tokushima. A chance to mend their fortunes then against the visiting Consadole, a side that had only won once on the road and were sitting below them in the table. Shazad Haq has your commentary.
Fukumori, that's not a good clearance. He almost caused some flutters there. Nishiya goes for goal. That's the first shot on target in this game. It's taken us 38 minutes to get there. Oh, it has taken a deflection in. We said this would be a great time to get that goal, and it certainly has been. Daisei Miyashiro does get that opening goal. The 20-year-old, who's their top scorer with his 5th of the campaign. They couldn't quite defend off this corner. I'm not so sure when I look at it how much he knew about it, but it was a good touch nonetheless. We'll have another view of it from here. Put into the mix by Kakita. Actually, he did, didn't he? Looking at that now from this angle, it was a deft touch. Bothroyd. Oh, they haven't. Yes, they have. Bothroyd sets it up for Anderson Lopez. It could be controversial after the foul by Komai in the build-up. But Fukumori, the centre-back, the architect of it all, spotting the run of Anderson and Jay Bothroyd. It was Bothroyd with the header down, knocks it into the path. Oh, I think that's taken a huge deflection off Dusan, but it will go to Anderson, who now is moving into double figures. Yeah, I think that actually might even maybe go as an own goal, you know, because I'm not sure that initial shot was on target. Jay Bothroyd again making himself difficult now, and they should finish off here. Brilliant finish. Anderson Lopez emphatically knocks in the second. Hesitation at the back from Kaká. Jay Bothroyd doing his part in all of that. And what a turnaround this is. It all seemed fairly innocuous here. Heavy touch from the goalkeeper, not helping. Anderson had to put some height on that to get it over Dusan. That's a great finish from him, you know, because he had Dusan running back here, and he smashes it in off the crossbar. That is excellent work. It's about the only place he really could put it, with Dusan right in front of him. Thought he might blow the whistle as soon as that was in the air, but he will now. And it's 2 goals from Anderson Lopez. Final score, Tokushima Vortis 1, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 2.
Inconsistent form had seen the home team Urawa fade into mid-table with 2 defeats in their last 3. Sendai might be buoyant after collecting their first win at home in the previous round, but poor form on the road meant the Reds would have the advantage. 6 minutes in and a defensive error from Urawa. Takuma Nishimura looks to take advantage, but his shot not powerful enough to beat the goalkeeper. Yuki Muto managed the cross for Urawa in the 15th minute. Kasper Jonker couldn't keep his header down. End-to-end staff and Vergulta's Ryoma Kida picks up a loose ball, but with 4 defenders around him, somewhat rushes his shot. This 51st minute corner misses everybody except Kyohei Yoshino, who can't keep his header down. But there were goals to come. Muto finds Jonker, who stretches out that left leg and manages the tidy finish. And Urawa made it 2-0 with a candidate for goal of the week, Yuki Abe from the free kick. 4 minutes left and a fine left-footed effort from Martinez forces a good save from Suzuki. 2-0 it finished to the home team.
It's a very good feeling. I'm so happy that we could win this game. It was very important, and yeah, it's a very good feeling for the team to win a game with clean sheet, and everybody was fighting really hard to get this win, and I'm very happy for that. It was an important goal, and it was a very good build-up play with Mutu and Yoshino playing together 1-2, and then I need to find a free space, and Mutu played me a very good assist, and then I had to score. So it was a very good attack, and it was very important. I was very happy to make my debut here on the stadium. It's an amazing stadium, and even though there was only 4,000 people, it was very impressive and a beautiful stadium.
Kashima were on a hot streak, unbeaten in 8 in all competitions and sitting in the top half of the table. On the flip side, Tokyo had lost their last 4 games and had fallen back to where they were level on points with the Antlers. The first chance of the game fell to Leo Silva outside the box, couldn't get much on his shot and the goalkeeper pushed that one away. But just a minute later, Koki Machida jumps where angels fear to tread, getting his head to the ball for the opening goal while under threat from the goalkeeper's fists. But Kashima would go into the half-time break 2 goals up. A pinpoint effort from Yuta Matsumura, who found some daylight at the far post with that right-footed shot. Into the second half, and Matsumura would try from distance again. His bouncing effort this time though, saved by Go Hatano. And in a match that Kashima dominated, they would get their 3rd goal in the 87th minute. Credited to Ayase Ueda, despite the defender having 3 touches before it crossed the line. Kawasaki still unbeatable as they overcome Gamba in Osaka then, while the Marinos made it 11 undefeated games in a row with a 2-0 win over Kobe. Avispa on their own streak of 4 wins now, after a 1-0 win at home against Reysol. Shonan continued their strength at home, a 5th clean sheet in a row for them. A great comeback from Consadole to snatch a win on the road, and Anderson Lopez goes top of the goal-scoring charts. Nagoya managed to salvage some points in this round and are secure in 2nd for now, but already a 9-point gap has opened up between them and Kawasaki. The Marinos move into 3rd, and with 3 games in hand, could see themselves usurp 2nd when the time comes around. Another strong showing from Avispa, and they have the top 5 well within their reach. Tokyo slide further down the table with their 5th straight loss, while Shonan managed to pull themselves up a few spots away from the drop. Things continue to look bleak at the bottom of the pile, Yokohama still with the dubious honour of last place and a big fat 0 in the win column. Thanks for your company once again this week. More than 300 goals in the net so far, and plenty more to come, we can assure you. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you next time.